everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Sydney Area Transport Study Series, where I'll head around Sydney looking at proposed transport projects from the 1970s and seeing what became of them. I'm Lachlan, and today we're diving into the fascinating story of the Abbotsford Bridge, a project that could have been Sydney's third harbour crossing. Now, back in the mid-1800s, a punt operated from here at Bedlam Point to Abbotsford. Carrying the Great North Road, this lasted for 30 years between the 1830s and 60s. Now, all that's left is a wharf and a detour that took me almost 40 minutes to travel around. With the bridge, I could have walked that in less than 5 minutes. Anyway, let's look at the history, shall we? The County of Cumberland Plan from 1948 proposed a road from Five Dock to Gladesville, featuring a bridge right about here. Fast forward to 1974, and the release of the Sydney Area Transportation Study brought this ambitious project to the forefront. It was no longer just a bridge, it was the Abbotsford Bridge, an expressway to connect Pittwater Road to the north and the suburb of Warringah to the south. Now, let's talk numbers. The proposed bridge came with a hefty price tag of 18.5 million Australian dollars in 1971 money. Adjusted for inflation, that's roughly 227 million today. Comparing that with the other harbour crossings, both before and after the transport study, this bridge would have been a reasonable price to construct. Can you imagine a 6-lane expressway rising above the Parramatta River, spreading congestion away from the much busier harbour crossings to the east? Hang on, that already exists! You see, although the project planners didn't have an exact public reason as to why it was cancelled, it was likely because of the efficiency of the already existing Gladesville Bridge. Sure, it does get traffic jams sometimes, but spending double the amount spent on the Gladesville Bridge, on a bridge that would carry only 20% of the cross-river traffic, just seems a bit pointless. Sure, about 72,000 cars a day would have probably crossed in 2000, but the corridor as a whole would need to carry 370,000 cars total on the same day. Or it could just be the local NIMBYs. I mean, look what they did to the Lane Cove Valley Expressway. Sadly, the Abbotsford Bridge is now nearly lost to history. Information is sparse outside of the report, and there's no intention for the next harbour crossing to be up here in Abbotsford. It just goes to show how much of a difference decisions can make, and how sometimes in planning, practicality can be hard to find.